brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
The UNI Panther football team coming off a road trip to Illinois State, where UNI fell in overtime to the Redbirds 17-10. And coach, the first half, a 10-0 lead for Illinois State at halftime. Seemed like that first 30 minutes of that football game was just really hard for either offense to really find some footing.
Well, it's a difference in the football game. We were in position 3 times and made errors to get us out of position to score points. And ultimately, I think that was the difference in the football games when we didn't put points on the board in the first half.
What was your message to your offense there at halftime to kind of regroup and come back and just go win that second half?
No, as defense was playing well, so we knew I could keep them at bay. It was just we had to create points, we had to get ball movement, and we had to get some consistency, and we were lacking that.
Illinois State's only touchdown of that first half was a pick six. It was Illinois State's defense that came away with it. You mentioned your UNI defense was playing so tough. Came up and once again just answered the bell every single time there was a challenge in front of them.
Well, it's part of being a good football team, and a good defense has got to be a part of the team. So, yeah, they played. The defense stood the test and made punt like 12 times or something like that. But, we got to find ways to get points. Wish we'd have got a couple turnovers in there, but they were pretty conservative, too, what they were trying to do.
And defense allowed just 164 yards of total offense. Jared Brinkman really, once again, leading the way at that defensive line position, had tied for a team-high 7 tackles as he continues to show up every Saturday.
Well, he's the best in the country, and that's bar none. I don't say that about anybody. And you watch film, it's easy to see that he's a dominant player that wins his position down in and down out.
Caden Hoteling continues to take a step forward, 1.5 sacks in that football game. He's a young guy really taking advantage of some extra snaps that he's getting.
He is, and he's doing well, and that's where he needs improvement too, because that 1.5 could have been 3.5. And so you always push the envelope, try to make them better, try to make them reach higher. But Caden is playing well, but I tell you what, it's our defensive line is doing a good job right now.
Yeah, opening things up for the linebackers too. They're stepping up, making plays, and doing a good job at pass coverage too.
They are. Our coverage was good all day long, and it's a unit. We got a good secondary, we got a good front, we got a good set of linebackers.
And the secondary playing without Omar Brown. We'll have a story on him coming up. We'll talk about him a little bit, but the rest of the guys, they rose to the challenge.
Yeah, they did. Missing Omar hurt. I mean, losing him was not easy, and just tends to add up on you. But what I like about it is we tend to step up and still making plays. Coming
up right after this commercial break, we'll have a story on Dion McShane as he welcomed his brother Vance McShane. Those two guys really just a positive, energetic spark plug for the offense. Yeah, very energetic. And you go back to this last weekend, unfortunate. Vance could not play this past weekend. He was injured. And then Dion really, that punt return was a touchdown, and that should have been the difference in the game. All right, coming up right after this, we'll take a look at how the McShanes made the plans to get together at the UNI football program. We'll be back with more Panther Sports Talk after this.